I had interviewed Abishek Porel. And he said, Bapu's captaincy, how it's going to be. Is he say, हानिकारक के लिए, तू सेहत के लिए हानिकारक है? He said, it will be for the opponents. And boy, oh boy, has Bapu proven to be हानिकारक for his opponents, because Delhi Capitals have registered a clinical 7-wicket win over Sunrisers Hyderabad. And they are now in the top 2. For sure they are, with this win which is achieved in 16 overs thanks to Faf du Plessis' aggressive 50. Jake Fraser-McGurk scoring a very, very aggressive 38 of, okay, not typical Jake Fraser-McGurk, but okay, 38 of 32. Abishek Porel, 34 of 18. And despite Zeeshan Ansari taking 3 wickets, Delhi Capitals have rode to a win and in 16 overs. And where is the bandana?
It will come one by one, Sid. We said one by one.
You have to show it straight up, yaar.
Starting say, I will first appreciate my team. And at the end, I will take it.
Yeah.
But absolutely clinical performance. I was for no reason a little panicky since last night till the game actually didn't start. And I think I was for the right reasons, because Vizag is known for, those big scoring, one of those big high scoring games do happen over here. And Sunrisers, who totally rely on their batting, I was a little scared, and then they even won the toss and elected to bat first, so I got even more scared. But just to begin with, Vipraj Nigam, I think from there the tone was set. The way they got Abhishek Sharma out, and then they did not let anybody score. Akshar Patel's captaincy, changes, bowlers executing their plans. This team, I think what happened in the previous game, I think that just lifted Delhi's season up. Winning a game from 40 for 4 as your first game of the season, I think that
chasing
momentum,
200 plus.
Exact, 210 to be precise. Just carried forward here, it just rubbed off on Delhi's campaign, and it's been a great way to start the tournament. KL Rahul also, I'm really happy the way he actually came out and batted at number 4. Clear intent from the very beginning, from the 15 runs, 2 boundaries and 1 6. So that was, I think that's how he's going to carry forward playing the season. It's okay if he gets out on 20s, 25s, 30s, on 10, 11 balls. I think that's fine. On occasions, he will even score more on occasions.
Let me clean my ears.
Yeah, he was about to.
What is, wait, are we in the same world? Are we in the same stream?
Yeah.
Shashwat is praising KL Rahul's 15 of 5.
Yeah.
Now I'm pretty sure Kalyug is here. I'm pretty sure the Kalki avatar is set to come to this earth.
That's not the case. I think he really showed that intent, and I'm happy with these 15 with 5. I think Shivambia was asking that, will you be happy if he scores 15 runs of 5 balls across the season? I think that's fine. I think that he's just contributing to the team's total. And I know on occasions when the top 3 don't perform, I know that there is a KL Rahul as well. Otherwise, and today the mindset was very clear that they wanted to finish the game as soon as possible because of the net run rate thing. So he's playing for the team's cause, and it's nice to see him come in the middle order with that mindset and not a mindset of playing that accumulator's role. So that's very, very good. Jake FM, again, I don't see him having a very good season, but despite that, Faf, typical Faf type of a total that had to be chased. And I'll just follow the tradition. Last time Delhi won the game, I had got this in the post.
Yes.
So I'm going to just carry forward that tradition. It's the Totka now, and people will sort of ask me that why is this the old flag is being used, and the only reason is that I want to show the world that I am the first fan of Delhi. I have this flag since 2008 and I was just keeping it for the right moments.
So confirmation, Delhi Capitals are in second position with 1.3 as the net run rate. So yes, 16 overs, they've chased down 166, and go ahead, please.
It's very...
Go ahead.
No, it's fine. But that's why I've kept it since 2008. I've been following this team, and seeing them win 2 games in a row just is very nice. That too, Sunrisers. I was very, very scared, to be very honest, since last night, because Sunrisers, Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, but an absolute clinical performance. Delhi looked the better team. Delhi played like the better teams. It was at no point that the Sunrisers tried to get ahead of Delhi Capitals. So I think clinical performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if there's one thing that Delhi Capitals did right from the start of their batting innings, it was to get that one partnership. And despite Jake Fraser-McGurk looking a lot rusty, that has been the case with him in the first 2 games or so. I think that 81 run partnership almost sealed the deal for Delhi Capitals here. Faf du Plessis, I think, who would really say that he's 40? the kind of T20 cricket that he's playing across the globe, being a T20 mercenary, I think definitely he's, if not the best, then one of the best T20 batters going around currently. So great intent. Abishek Porel also making sure that he gets off to that blistering score at number 3. KL Rahul, as rightly pointed by Shashwat here. I think what basically this does is that on current form, this makes Delhi's top, in fact the batting until 8 very threatening. JFM, Faf, Abhishek, KL, Tristan, Akshar, Vipraj, and obviously there is
I told you the match winner of the previous game wasn't even in the 11 today.
Yeah, but he would have been the impact zone.
Yeah, he would have, no, but he wouldn't have.
He was not needed anyway.
When I think they needed around 30-35 odd, I told Shashwat that better to send Karun Nair to have some match practice.
Well, let's start with the one major factor who contributed to Delhi Capitals' win. I think he is my man of the match for his 5 for 35 Mitchell Starc. I mean, getting rid of Travis Head for the 6th time in 8 matches in top flight cricket. Running through the entire SRH middle order, who are one of the biggest and one of the most intimidating middle orders that you can see. Mitchell Starc 5 for 35. I mean, thoughts. What a spell. I mean, we all thought that he's only a knockouts bowler, but no, he can do it even in the league stages, and that too in Vizag. He's got a good record in Vizag. If you remember, in that one ODI, he picked up 5 wickets, if I not remember, against India.
He did.
And they chased down that 137 in about 11 overs, Marsh and Green, if I'm not mistaken, in that ODI in 2023. So, Starc and his love affair with Vizag continues. I mean, 5 for 35. What a spell. And that broke SRH's resolve totally. When Head gloved to KL Rahul, that's it. The resolve was broken. It needed Aniket to kind of revive the innings. But SRH never recovered from that Starc burst. What do you think about his spell?
I think one thing that Akshar Patel said during the toss was that it's not written anywhere that the first 10 balls have to be length deliveries. They can be Yorkers also. It's not written anywhere that Yorkers are only to be bowled in the last fag end of the innings. And that took me straight away back to 2015 when Michael Clarke said the same thing to the same bowler ahead of that big final. And I think since then I think that's why in the mid innings also I said this, that Akshar Patel, the captain, very, very aggressive approach, and I think that's flowing in the team. And Mitchell Starc, again, I feel he's more of a diesel engine. It takes him time to get to his best. But previous game he wasn't on the best of his powers. But
at the first 2 overs.
Yeah, first 2 overs. But back end again, those Yorkers come very, very nice. I think
he changed the complexion of the LSG game by getting rid of Nicky P when he was looking intimidating.
But the rest that he's taken just before the IPL now for the Delhi Capitals, I think that is really working in favor because he's come fully prepared. He looks very fresh and he's executing his plans. It's not a tired, timid Mitchell Starc who's gradually adjusting to the conditions. I think he's really, really bowling well, and from the word go, he's pretty ready for the challenges.
I think this basically goes on to show that SRH's batting, despite being top order heavy, despite having multiple number of batters who are those proven 6-hitters, you can struggle against quality bowling, and that's exactly happening with the likes of Abhishek Sharma and company. I think in case of Abhishek Sharma, to his defense, we can always say this thing, that he's that kind of an aggressive batter who will get some runs, on some occasions. On some occasions he'll fail, but I think I would really say that Abhishek Sharma's real test is yet to come, not just in the IPL but also in international cricket. You need those quality bowlers to develop yourself as a batter. In case of Travis Head, I think Mitchell Starc has really got his number. I think 7 times out of the
6 out of 8.
Yeah, 6 out of the previous 8 occasions. 2 of the Australian teammates, for that matter, have played Sheffield Shield also against each other. Ishan Kishan, I think once again, the thing that basically troubled him when he was part of the Indian cricket team until late 2023 has once again started to trouble him. That inconsistency is there. Even that was the case in domestic cricket also when he was playing for the state side, across formats.
Jharkhand.
So overall, what it does is that in case of SRH, I think almost all teams, or maybe the 2-3 teams that SRH have gone up against so far, they've done their homework.
Yeah.
And this is really, in a way, you know, not good news for Pat Cummins and company, because they will have to now figure out a way. I think I remember discussing this thing with you and Nikhil also, I think during a live discussion, that they do have a plan A ready, which is to, you know, which is to play proper aggressive cricket. But what if you are 40 for 4? It's good that, you know, you still have batting, you can play those attacking shots. That's what Heinrich Klaasen and Aniket Verma did. But I think this is where what I feel is that you need some intelligence also to go about your work. And that is something that SRH would have to include in their plan.
You know, SRH batting, everybody saying, no, you go with that approach. They were at 10 and over, 9 and over.
Yeah.
It's again giving me baseball vibes. Baseball, you can hit, but at a certain point in time, I said in the mid innings, why does SRH need 200 plus in every game? Their bowling just doesn't inspire me confidence at all. You don't have a proper spin. Okay, today Zeeshan Ansari stepped up with 3 wickets. Okay, you have a Zampa, but again, their spin bowling is not up there at all. And if Shami, Harshal Patel, Cummins and all, they leak runs, then SRH are in massive trouble.
I think if you would have, if SRH would have scored around 190, 195 odd, I think perhaps we would have witnessed Zampa and Ansari bowling in tandem.
But again,
possibility.
You see the folly of playing a Vian Mulder now. You could have still backed your thing. I mean, look, you needed players who could spin, you could control the flow of runs. You would have gotten in a Zampa still. I mean, he's also not a bad bat. I mean, he once dented England in that World Cup match in 2023. So he could have hung around. I'm not saying he would have hit 6 sixes to get them to 190 or 200. He would have hung around. But when you removed Zampa, that's it.
Yeah.
You see what Zeeshan Ansari did with those 3 wickets. He was at least tempting the batters to go for the big shot and miscue it. Krahul bowled round the legs. I mean, he was trying a sweep. I mean, 2 fours, 6 scoring shot, 1 single. Yeah, I will take that. But SRH's folly today was not able to tackle Mitchell Starc, aided by another factor which gave Delhi Capitals the win, the fielding. Vipraj Nigam, Jake Fraser-McGurk and Axar Patel.
Even Tristan Stubbs, that one catch that he took.
Yeah, Stubbs is a very, very safe fielder. I mean, he ran in. I mean, I thought that was the catch, but no, Jake Fraser-McGurk and Axar Patel have proven that, yes, that can be the catch of the match in that sense.
Yeah.
So, fielding. Now, about Mitchell Starc, okay, his fielders luckily executed the plan and he's now only the second Delhi Capitals bowler to take a 5-wicket.
And the oldest fast bowler.
Oldest fast bowler, yes.
To take a 5-wicket haul.
Wow. I mean,
but
we cannot wax enough lyrical about Mitchell Starc at this stage.
Absolutely. And I think if we let's say move on a discussion to SRH's batting, and this is one question that I wanted to ask all of you during the mid innings also, that are SRH really over-reliant on their top order?
No, I feel again, I think last time also I said this, we are reading too much. 2 games previous season, 2 games now, four games.
3 now, yeah.
Yeah, 4 games in all, I think, in the 14, 15, 16.
See.
19 games that they've played till now. I'll take it, and we are talking about a bad day where it's where they've still managed runs on the board. I think it's their bowling that's going to affect them all throughout the tournament. Pat Cummins needs somebody with him to bowl with him. Zeeshan Ansari, definitely just his first game. Adam Zampa is another option, but they need the bowlers need to step up, according to me, because I think 190 on that in the previous game was a total which they could have defended. Today 160, chalo, they could have given at least a fight. That was also not the case. So I think batting I'm not too concerned about as of now. If this continues for a couple of more games, I will definitely raise questions on the approach. But why I would also not connect it with baseball right now, because their failures in the number of failures was way too much than in SRH right now. So I think too soon. This is the same approach which till now we say that has redefined T20 batting all across the world, and everybody refers to the last IPL and specifically Sunrisers Hyderabad's batting for redefining T20 cricket's batting. So when they hold that much weightage, then 2 games, just 2 results, I don't think should be changing.
Look, I think
I completely get that, that 2 results should not be changing anything. But the point with SRH is that in a way they have redefined the T20 batting, going for those big scores, 260, 270, or going for the shots from ball 1. Like for the all 120 balls, you want to try and hit a 6. But the point here only is that it cannot happen. You cannot hit a 6 of every ball. And despite having all the batters who can clear the ropes for fun. I still feel that, or in fact, you can obviously chip in with your thoughts, that do SRH really have a plan B? I'm not saying that particular plan B has to be used on 5 or 6 occasions out of 10. It will be used only for 2 or 3 occasions only, but do they really have it?
See, look at the last 6 games. Why I say 6 games? Playoffs of 2024 and 3 games now. Okay. Even in 2024, when you saw SRH, where did they get most of their runs? Those high scoring ones.
Yeah.
277 was at Uppal. 266 was in Delhi. 287 was Chinnaswamy. On challenging decks, their batting unfolded. Okay. 6 games, they have now won only 2 and lost 4. They won against Rajasthan Royals, against possibly one of the weaker bowling lineups that you've got in the IPL. Okay, 286 they made, they won that quite easily then. But in these 2 games, SRH's batting is like, if everybody fires, it's spectacular. If everybody fails, it's a spectacular implosion. That's the extreme with this Sunrisers Hyderabad batting. Just add double digits to all of the guys who fell in single scores. And you see how good that scorecard is. If everybody, that's why this SRH batting, that's the equation with baseball. If everybody succeeds, it's spectacular. But if everybody fails, it's an implosion. And they have scored well only on roads. As I had said, in 2025, you are not going to get those roads all over again.
Absolutely.
You won't get those roads when you come to Arun Jaitley Stadium on April 7, because Delhi Capitals have realized that yes, it can backfire. So they won't prepare roads. Chinnaswamy will change. Because I don't know what led them to play on that. There was immense criticism, remember, after that game. 287 and 262. 549 runs in 40 overs. It led to immense criticism. I don't think you will see the level of pitches in 2025 because you need to have a balance. Otherwise, bowlers are just machines. This is where SRH is going to get caught out.
Yeah.
SRH's batters, if they don't succeed, their bowlers have no chance. Shami has not had success in T20s for a very long time. His last successful season was 2023 for GT. Apart from that, he, on either side of it, Shami struggled.
Yeah,
Shami, I think he is not really stepping up, and he
Harshal Patel is taking wickets. Fantastic. He's your leading wicket taker in the last 3-4 years when you look at it. But his economy is a problem.
But that's always going to be an issue with Harshal Patel because he does, I think, mostly the thankless job, which is to bowl in the death overs.
Okay, but then when he was there with each of the teams, did they win? No.
Yeah.
There is no support. Cummins isn't a T20 bowler. Cummins is strictly in the team for his captaincy. Let's be very honest.
So bowl up front, he can't be bowling first change if he wants to be effective in T20 cricket.
Yep.
That is.
Yeah.
You don't have a spin bowling combination. This is where SRH blundered in the auction. They didn't get a good spinner. They had only Zampa. But Zampa also needs support. Who's giving him that support? Maybe Zeeshan Ansari could be.
And Abhishek Sharma can't be your second or third spinner all throughout the IPL.
Yeah.
He's a bowler. He can definitely change ends and all of those things. And he can be an X factor to begin with the new ball, but he can't be. You can't rely on him for the whole season.
So four reasons for me not keeping SRH in the top 4: extreme batting, spectacular score or spectacular implosion. 2, lack of support for the bowlers, possibly the weakest bowling unit. 3rd, no spin. Their spinners aren't that quality. And 4, pitches will not be like 2024.
I think if we have to talk about the spin combination, obviously with Adam Zampa, one thing that happens is that you block an overseas slot. But if you really would want to make a change in your team, what would that really be, assuming you would want to field Zeeshan Ansari and Rahul Chahar in the same 11?
Either you bring in a Kamindu Mendes offers you a batting option. He's ambidextrous also, can bowl with the left, can bowl with the right.
But then who goes out? Obviously, Zampa.
Yeah. You can't play a Mulder. Mulder today 9 runs and he just bowled 1 over.
You think you'll get in Kamindu Mendes?
Or Ishan Malinga.
No, Kamindu Mendes is a better option.
Better option, but then as a T20 batter, very doubtful credentials.
Yeah.
He's got a great test record.
And even good ODI record also.
Decentish ODI, but T20s, I'm sorry. The Kamindu doesn't inspire me that much of confidence. So yes, that's another problem. SRH's backup, that's a huge issue. The day Travis fail as a Jodi, you got serious problems, boss. True. At least in the SRH game, both prospered. In the LSG game, one succeeded. But what if both don't succeed? Today, both didn't succeed. Head 22, Abishek won. SRH, again I reiterate, they will need 200 plus in 9 out of 10 games. Their bowlers can't defend it.
Yeah.
And it is not necessary, okay, once bitten. Every team in Uppal will go gung-ho. If suppose KKR come to Uppal, they will blast 220, 230. Can SRH then chase it on with the better bowling attack that KKR have? Mumbai can do it. GT can do it. RCB definitely can do it. Although RCB are not travelling to Uppal. SRH are travelling to Chinnaswamy.
May 13th.
So that is why SRH have a massive problem loading for them. And this game exposed.
I think two things that obviously that I agree with. Too much pressure on the top order. Secondly, in the bowling combination, you have Pat Cummins, Mohammad Shami. Harshal Patel is the only one who is a specialist T20 bowler.
Yes.
Zeeshan Ansari is still very new. Adam Zampa on and off, as far as franchise cricket is concerned, specifically IPL. So basically, there is no support for Harshal Patel.
Yes.
Because Pat Cummins and Shami, they more are predominantly new ball bowlers.
Shami isn't even doing well with the new ball as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think this is where SRH, I think even before the beginning of the tournament, we had said that, their death bowling is going to be an issue. But this is where I think even their bowling in the initial few overs is also turning out to be a massive problem.
It is a massive issue for them. But then we are focused on the SRH conundrum, but Delhi Capitals. I know too premature. I know that you've not had a start like this since 2020, if I'm not mistaken. You had a fantastic start. Only the one team that beat you in all the occasions was the Mumbai Indians. But against other teams, you were pretty decent. DC, I remember, I think Shikhar Dhawan's century helped them beat CSK in one game.
Yes.
Then you were clinical against the Punjab Kings. In fact, SRH, you registered your first ever knockout win in history in 2020 against them. Is this season going to now go north entirely for them? North, I mean, it will be very, very good for you. Or is the conditions at the Arun Jaitley Stadium going to derail you? Because there the pitch will be flatter.
Yeah.
Akshar Patel did talk about this in the post-match as well. He did mention this and he said that we have similar plans for the Kotla as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a wicket at the Kotla with a little different characteristics and relying more towards their bowling. Batting also we just talked about isn't, it's really heavy. Up top and in the middle order also they have batters to rely on. What Ashutosh did, everybody saw last time around as well. So I think this season will definitely have its downs as well, every team has. It's not going to be rosy all the 14 games and then the knockouts as well. So there will be a point where the Delhi Capitals campaign does go downhill, but it's going to be two things that are going to play a very big factor, that how Delhi lose those games, how Delhi comes from there, and how Delhi is playing till the time that slump comes, because that is definitely going to come. So till the time these are your good days, they should try and maximize those as much as possible. Like they did today, they realize that they are way far ahead in the game. They're not going to lose it. So it's better to finish it off as soon as possible. So it's about how quickly they maximize most of the opportunities in their good days, how they manage their bad days, how badly do they lose on their bad days, and then that final punch where they need to have to peak again at the season end. I think that is going to be the very most important.
But then one thing though, if you look at the teams that are having away games, away homes, Delhi Capitals have bossed this IPL. Yeah. Rajasthan Royals, I don't know how they'll succeed. I don't know how Punjab will do in Dharamshala. But Delhi have bossed it.
This looks like a home ground for Delhi. People are there, they're supporting.
Would you want
Delhi
to
Capitals.
shift from
I wouldn't
Arun
mind.
Jaitley to
I
Vizag?
wouldn't mind.
It's a beautiful city though, Vizag.
People are coming out to support the Delhi Capitals. That's very nice.
See, as far as fan bases are concerned, Delhi Capitals, yes, unfortunately they don't have a fan base as such. But then they would want to support a team because they don't have star power. And when you don't have star power, you'll support the team because they will be a team of stars. They won't be a superstar
Have the
team.
next game to rant about a team of stars.
Whatever that is. But then Mitchell Starc fittingly is the player of the match. I don't think anybody else stood a chance. It has been a good day with the ball in the field and with the bat. It was a fantastic performance. There's no ego in bowlers these days. As a bowler, you got to think out of the box. You need to do things you won't normally do. It was nice to contribute in the win today. We move forward from here. Guys know what I am going to do, so you need to think out of the box. As an older player, you need to find different ways to get batters out. I mean, try telling that to Travis Head. I mean, today he got him out with a slow bouncer and he gloved it. Tried to bowl different balls today, was pretty effective, I think. It's a new set of players. They have been fantastic. You get to play with new guys. It's a great group of players, a pretty young group to be fair. Looking forward to playing more with them. So, 3 years. If Mitchell Starc can be your spearhead and deliver Delhi Capitals the goods, I think you are in a very, very good position. And it's not going to be easy. But then, yes, when you come up north, the temperatures will have risen. The conditions would have flattened. April 13th, right, is the first game for the Delhi Capitals here. So, let's see how that goes. Before we come to more things, the update we are giving you from Barsapara, the last home game for the Rajasthan Royals also. Chennai Super Kings have won the toss and have opted to bowl.
Jamie Overton is making his CSK debut in place of Sam Curran. There is a return of Vijay Shankar in place of Deepak Hooda, and rest of the lineup
and
is pretty
Rajasthan are unchanged.
Yeah, Rajasthan are unchanged.
Rajasthan are unchanged.
Which means Riyan Parag captains them again, and this could very well be for the last time this season because Sanju Samson was set to miss the first 3 games as a captain.
Yeah.
So if he is deemed fit by the BCCI Centre of Excellence, then he is going to return as captain.
Wow, so Vijay Shankar getting a call into the CSK lineup after decades. He was there initially in 2013-14, if I am not mistaken. He didn't get to play a game. He and Ronit More, if I am not mistaken, they didn't get to play a game.
He played consistently for SRH and DC.
DC, his best season was with GT.
Yeah, in GT also.
2023, he had a very good season with GT. So that's why he came back into the national conscience. But then after that, he again faded away, didn't have a good 2024. And Vijay Shankar, wow, for CSK finally.
Whichever team loses, I think from there it's going to be very difficult for either of the team to really, come back. Because again, if you lose your first 3 games, then you're left with 11 games. You have to win 8 at least out of the 11.
So you think SRH, the path is very difficult for SRH
SRH is still one game.
But then they have lost 2.
Yeah, they still need to win 7 out of the 11. So 4 games buffer is still fine. But here, if Rajasthan goes on and loses this game, I think winning 8 out of the next 11 is going to be very tough.
See, they have won only 1 game out of 9.
9, yeah. That was the eliminator that they won.
It's very remarkable. RCB have won 9 and lost 1. That 1 loss was to RR. That is the way we are looking at it. So yes, it is a huge thing that we are looking at. But then, see, SRH, who had them in the top 4 in this current bunch?
I did.
SRH, you had SRH.
For myself and Nikhil, it was like a close thing between SRH and GT, and we both picked GT.
No, I didn't have SRH.
SRH as our 5th.
I have SRH, KKR, DC and Punjab.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't have any of that because I knew that it would be a big problem. So that's why the 4 factors that I pointed out suggested that no, they were never going to be in my top 4 at least. So yes, troubles for SRH when you go along. I think their campaign is not going to get any easier. With the pitches also not threatening to be like those roads, I think they are in serious trouble.
True.
And from the high of the final, they are now lost 2 out of 3 games. And it's not looking good for DC.
So far.
Look at it. Top 4. Who would have thought they would be the
Only
top 4?
one IPL winner.
Only one IPL winner amongst them. And if you look at it, the next IPL winner is at 6th.
6th, yeah.
KKR with 3. CSK and MI with 5 titles are 8th and 9th. Is this the year we're going to see a total flip? Where your IPL legacy teams are going to be at the bottom?
last time as well.
No.
Yeah. Chennai not making it.
No, Chennai
but still not making
MI
it.
wouldn't score.
MI wouldn't score. KKR made it. KKR were dominant. RR made it. So 3 titles were there itself. And RCB made it. SRH made it, but yeah, SRH also won. So four titles in the top 4. But here, only 1 in the top 4. That's a big difference. Yeah. So, so in that sense, that is the thing. And for people who want to know what is the update on the CSK versus RR game at Barsapara, CSK have opted to bowl 2 changes. Jamie Overton in for Sam Curran and Vijay Shankar in for Deepak Hooda. So yes, that is the way that we are looking at it. And Rajasthan's impact subs could be Kunal Rathod, Shubham Dubey, Fazal Haq Farooqi, Kumar Kartikeya, Yudhvir Singh Charak.
Could be either Fazal Haq or Kumar Kartikeya because they are bowling second. And for Chennai Super Kings, it will obviously be Shivam.
They are playing 3 foreigners only. So yeah, they can get a Fazal Haq. But then I think they're making a big mistake if they get Fazal Haq. He may not be that impact. But then,
could be Kumar Kartikeya also.
Yeah, for Chennai we know it's Dube.
Yudhvir Singh Charak, the former LSG bowler.
LSG bowler, yeah. For CSK we know that it is Dube.
Yeah, sure.
Shivam Dube
absolutely
will make it into the thing. But then they are also playing Rachin, Overton,
they cannot have Conway.
Yeah, they can't have Conway. No, Devon Conway then. So yep, that's the thing. So Patirana, Khalil, Noor, Ashwin, Overton, Jaddu. That's your bowling lineup when you look at it. And of course, Rachin and Vijay Shankar can also roll their arm over. Vijay Shankar, medium pace, Rachin, left arm. And Delhi Capitals at this stage, now they have a long break, right?
Yeah. I think the next game is on 1st or I think...
First, then that is not much of a long break.
No, I don't think so. It's on 1st. It's after.
No, day after tomorrow is LSG PBKS.
Oh, LSG PBKS, yeah. So, let's see. Delhi Capitals next. Oh, Chennai Super Kings on 5th.
5th April.
5th April, I think it will be at Chepauk.
Chepauk,
yeah.
Chepauk, yeah. Oh, that. And I think you're taking on RCB on 10th.
Yeah.
Chinnaswamy.
Mumbai Indians on 13th.
Home game, 13th home game.
13th, 16th.
Yeah, let's take a couple of comments.
Yeah, 10th.
Yeah, 13th.
No.
10th is RCB Chinnaswamy, right?
First game in Delhi is on 13th.
13th, yeah. So let's go up. I think there is one comment, A new Trafford is saying, what has DC done to my 20 not out on 26 KL Rahul? What has DC done to KL Rahul? He used to hit 20 runs of 26 balls. Now he's hitting 15 or 5. What has DC done?
He's finally got a franchise where he's loved and cared.
Yeah. And this is the DC effect. And this is how you should play all the formats according to me.
Yeah,
maybe see, everybody cannot sustain that level of aggression for a very long time. With KL, yes, he didn't perform well in pressure situations, but that one box was ticked off in the Champions Trophy. He performed well under pressure, he delivered. So that's why I think now he's in that right mental space that is there. He's ticked that one box off. He's become a father. As we said, becoming a father changes a lot of things mentally for you.
No, not too many eyeballs on him, not the captain. He can just freely express himself.
Yep. Danush is saying, blind slogging SRH will fail on sporting pitches. DC looks good after greatest X Factor limited overs cricket left. RCB, DC, PBKS will make players. Danush, firstly, look. Try understanding one basic thing, okay? Rishabh Pant, he's always taking a dig at Rishabh Pant, and that's where fan behavior comes in. Rishabh Pant has won you games single-handedly in test match cricket. Okay, his numbers are not great in T20Is, agreed. But on the other hand, he's a team player. You ask him to bat in any position, he will bat. Can any of the other current cricketers do that? No, they can't. It's very easy for you, and he is the X factor. Limited overs cricket, I mean, I'm telling you, who is the X factor player currently? Apart from your normal, that you see, the normal culprits.
Yashasvi.
But where does Yashasvi bat? He's an opener. Pant is not an opener. A dynamic at number 5 and dynamic at number 4 is totally different. KL Rahul finally got his calling at number 5 and he's won you games there also. So, that's my problem with fan behavior. I mean, sure, that number sticks to them. Average of 2300 strike rate, no way. But look at the broader picture. DC will look good, but you're basing it after 2 games. I will see this comment after end of May 20th.
Okay.
I'll see that. Will DC still look good after that? By the way, Pant as a captain has done phenomenally well for LSG. Let's make no mistake about it. 2 games, he could have won it against DC.
That had he not
But
missed
he
that stumping,
outsmarted SRH in Uppal. So you have to give credit to that also. So Ashish Dar is saying MI should be named Mumbai Super Kings. MI and Chennai together, okay. Every player feels he's king in his own. CSK should be Chennai Indians, one family revolving around MS. Good one, Ashish Dar. But see, when teams are in a bad shape, they will always have this problem.
Dex has a comment said, where would Dhoni bat today? This Sid will say number 8.
I don't know.
Where will he bat or where I want him to bat?
Where will he bat?
Then to
Number
7,
8.
Yeah.
7.
7. Okay.
I'll to
Thala for a
want
reason.
him to bat at number 3.
Thala for a reason. Number 3.
I would want that to
Then you are ensuring he's missing IPL for 3 years. If by that conspiracy that his knee can't hold up. It's a total propaganda that has been spread around. Oh, his knee is dodgy. He can't bat more than 20 balls. If you can keep for 20 overs, you can bat higher up also.
Last time he played at number 3, he scored.
No. That's a different
That's a
format.
different
He's
era.
played at number 3 after that, yeah. He's played, yeah.
Number 4, he played 91.
It's, Australia.
No, World Cup final. 2011, didn't he promote himself to number 4?
He was number 5.
Number 4 or number 5?
Sehwag, Tendulkar, Gambhir,
Kohli
MS.
and Yuvraj.
Yeah.
See, 5, 6 or 7, but I don't know who takes the decision for him to bat. I think it's his
That we have
decision
discussed who
alone.
takes the
That we
decisions.
discussed.
Yeah.
For
So I
me,
think
it's
he is
number 8,
batting
yeah.
at 7. Dev-Priya Vyas, Dhoni will open today. That day, wo din will see the end of Chennai Super Kings then, if that's the case.
Priyanshu is saying that SRH's bowling isn't impressive. Even both Shami and Cummins are better red ball bowlers, but not in T20s. They'll win only on roads in Hyderabad. RCB and DC have a solid top 8 in batting. That's what we discussed.
I don't
also.
think they will win on roads even in Hyderabad. There is a serious... If your batters don't get to 200, you're doomed.
See, the point is, if any of your opponents batting first in Uppal get to 240 odd, I think it's going to be pressure on SRH. Obviously.
Yeah. Pant is X factor, Pant is X factor. X is an imaginary thing, but X is an alphabet. And Pant, whether you like it or not, he has done well in the past. Maybe as a batter, he can't do much in T20s, that's there. But then, remember one thing, the same criticism was there for KL Rahul.
Yeah, true.
But KL Rahul answered it in the right opportune moment. As he said, what will happen if we fail? I guess we will never know. That was the most epic response that he had given to trollers. And they see, you can hate players, and that is the environment that you are in. You will hate players. Chapa lag gaya that yes, this is guy. I will only hold on to this number. 123 strike rate, 18 average. I will hold on to that only. And yes, he cannot win you games in T20Is for the position that you are in. When was the last time MS Dhoni won you a T20I, not an IPL? He's never won you T20I. MS Dhoni was a horrible T20I player, legendary ODI player. Legendary.
We'll have the whole post-match.
Yeah, that we'll see.
this one.
That we will see.
Dev-Priya Vyas is trying to be funny that Dhoni will open today.
That's all he said. Usdin CSK will be doomed. Yeah. Thala will come 1 down, 7 Thala for a reason. Oh, that same ONEAT. It is this memes that is fostering this kind of toxicity. I'm telling you. Seriously, it does. And that's why all this. Okay, there's a comment for me, Anshul Oberoi. Is Cummins playing the same role in SRH and Dhoni plays in CSK? Both are match winners, but both seem to be taking on the role of an experienced elder, not necessarily focused on winning. Too early to comment on Pat Cummins.
I think under Cummins, they reached an IPL final. The same thing can happen this season also.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably need to wait for another 2-3 matches.
I think you'll have to wait for the season.
Last question.
I think they didn't show that particular stream. I mean, he's asking, has the Sara Ali Khan performance done?
No, it's not. They don't show it. So basically, it's like the BCCI charges extra 4 crore rupee per performance. I'm not too sure about the number, but somewhere around this. If you want to broadcast those performances, so the broadcaster was not choosing to do so they don't stream it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, last comment of this live, as Dave is saying that SRH over reliant on top 5, Aniket performing well. Yeah.
Yes. So that's why. About CSK and RR, what is your predictions for CSK?
I think
versus
RR batting, obviously I think it's advantage CSK because they are going to get the best bowling conditions in the first innings, something that we saw in the KKR versus RR game also. I expect the wicket once again to be a little sticky. For me, currently it's advantage CSK and RR batting first. I think they'll get to about 170 odd, 175.
And CSK winning.
That we'll talk in the mid innings.
Why don't you stick up and...
No, I'm going to hold my horses for that. Mid innings.
Well, Barsapara is also colored yellow
Reddy.
more than pink because yes, it is only for one person. I will see whether they are genuine Chennai Super Kings supporters or are they who I think they are. I think I've got my answer.
Okay.
I've very well got my
That's
answer.
your
Yeah.
prediction.
I think
The match prediction we'll do. in the
yeah.
innings, yeah.
No, I'll do both the things. I think Rajasthan 140, CSK winning comfortably.
Okay.
Why did he use that term 140? Because it is remembered for that number is infamous because what happened in 2012. I think it was 127 or 130 in that match. That was the match which came under the scanners, CSK versus RR.
Yes.
So that low scoring games and all. I just want to know, is it true that RR have won their last 3-4 games versus CSK?
That we'll have to check.
Yeah, that I will check at this point. Where you guys can carry on. I'll just check it because only after that I'll base my predictions. Because okay, I have got it now. Okay, CSK have a superior head-to-head advantage of 16-13. Okay, so in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, RR have won 4.
Okay.
Chennai Super Kings won in 2021 by 45 runs, but they didn't win in 22. They didn't win in 2023. In fact, 2023, Rajasthan Royals won by 3 runs. And guess who? Who was responsible for a 3-run loss? A certain MS Dhoni.
And
Took it too deep.
Sandeep Sharma bowled the last over. Yeah. Sandeep Sharma.
Chennai Super Kings got their own back in 2024 by winning by 5
That
wickets.
was the game in which, there was all this talk about why they left Sandeep Sharma, why didn't any of the franchises pick him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dex is like saying, why is he going on like a rail announcer here? The Dhoni situation with CSK is like what WWE does with old guys like Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, who are just there for the reaction and pops just to do a little segment and leave, is it?
Different industry, different logic.
And that is
I'm not sure
scripted
whether
here.
that applies here.
And it's scripted. And you're going that far. I think I'll go by what The Rock is there. The Rock will just do a reaction and pop, but he gets the numbers in, right? See, CSK have made it clear they want numbers. So the fans are there. They only come not to cheer for CSK, they come to cheer for only MS Dhoni. It's a bitter truth. And there are a lot of genuine fans now who are aggrieved at the situation. And I think that's going to lead to a big problem in the next year.
Let's see.
There is a video I've seen in Tamil where they are not too happy. I mean, for how long will the fans be fooled?
That's what I said in yesterday's discussion. You either die as a hero or you live long enough to see yourself as a villain.
As I've said with our Indian stars, they never time their retirement to perfection. I don't know who was the last guy who timed his retirement to perfection.
I think we'll have a lot of time to talk about all of this.
So,
RR versus CSK game.
RR getting to 170.
175 I said. 170 odd and 175.
I said 170 and I think CSK can do it. All the other things will be swept under the carpet today if CSK wins.
You said CSK winning, na? Yeah. I'll make my prediction in the mid innings.
You'll make your prediction.
Okay.
That's the safest thing that you can do. So yes, if Chennai Super Kings can win today, they'll also be there in that top 5 race that's there. If RR lose, as Shashwat pointed out, they need to win
loss in a row then.
8 out of 11.
It's going to be tough.
But Mumbai Indians did it.
Mumbai Indians have done it. That's why they can. Rajasthan
Meri Jaan. So yep, that's going to be very, very interesting. RR versus CSK. It's going to be a humdinger. We'll be back with more videos and updates on Sports Today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. From me, Shashwat and Sid Gulati. We'll be back for the mid innings as well. So bye-bye.